All right, let's get this started. We're not going to have a normal leadership meeting where we, talk about topics and stuff like that. Basically, what I want to do is, have everybody go around, introduce yourself, talk a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your game, and we, if anybody's got questions out there in Twitch land, let us know, and we'll see what we can come up with. So I'll start out. I'm Doc Eck, Guild Leader Neverwinter. I also am on the council. All these fine people here decided to elect me Guild Leader rep this year for the council. So
what'd you do to piss them off?
I don't know. I need to figure it out.
Apparently Jar doesn't like it because he goes, not me.
Yeah, he didn't. I didn't work hard enough on him. I've been a member with Grievance for 4 years now. Our wonderful President Memo sent me an email one day. He said, "Here, fill this out." I'm like, "What's it for?" He said, "Just shut up, fill it out." So, joined Grievance, never belonged to another guild, and this is wonderful. This is, if you're not here, try to get here sometime. Sometime in your life, make it a point. This needs to be on everybody's bucket list.
Oh yeah.
And we've checked many things off our bucket list. We went to an Australian restaurant and ate with an actual Australian.
You mean Australian?
No, it's
You're welcome, Grooves.
It's authentic Australian food with an Australian.
They just call it food.
Remember
earlier.
Foster's is Australian for beer.
Yeah.
No, it's Foster's Australian for toxic waste.
Yeah, I told him earlier.
No one told me.
Uh-oh, busted.
I've been Guild Leader of Neverwinter for almost 3 years now. The game, we just had our...
Guild Leader for 3 years?
See what my tag says?
Everybody knows.
Yeah, I know.
The game, we are celebrating this month our 3rd anniversary. 3 years we've been around. It's awesome. We still got some of the same people, that started out back then that are still playing. A lot of new members. I recognize a lot of names here of people that have come into Grievance with Neverwinter and gone on to other games, and they've stuck with the organization. That's what's great about it. Let's go to our next one here, Lord Scythe.
I'm the former guild leader of Neverwinter, or the guy at least that did all the work. I'm now the guild leader of BDO.
I'm good at delegating.
Yes.
Learn from the best.
You guys have Memo to thank for my leadership style. He's totally to blame. I learned through him, through Doc. I believe Memo learned from Steele.
I learned from Memo.
Jar. Oh, from Jar. Okay, well then you guys have Jar to blame. I've been with Neverwinter since I started with Grievance. Switched over to BDO. Told Steele I'm probably the only idiot that ever volunteered to be a guild leader.
You are already on target.
There have been others, but you made it really
discussing you.
Target.
So normally people have to have their arms twisted. I said, well, if I'm going to play the game, I'm going to make sure it's run right. And no one better was around, so I got stuck.
Is there anyone better than you though?
No, of course
okay, he was trying to be modest there, but you weren't really selling it.
No, it's true. But other than that, I've been with Grievance, don't plan on leaving anytime soon.
Creed? We've got Creed sitting in for
the mic when you talk.
Patrick. Since Patrick's not here, we'll bring in an XO.
Patrick's not here. Man, we're going to have to start getting on him now. We'll have to get Deuce to kidnap him. Do the threat on him like he did on me. I'm Creed. I'm the XO for Swartor, which I haven't played for a while now, because there's really nothing to do. But hopefully they'll get something out. They're supposed to be having a more or less a I don't know what you want to call it, a second chapter of these little mini chapters that they've been doing. another season, I guess, if you will. Hopefully that'll wake the game up. Hopefully they'll get some more operations and some flashpoints, something to kind of spice the game back up. Other than that, that's about it.
How long have you been with Grievance?
I've been in Grievance for about 3.5 years now, going on 4. It'll be 4 this August, I think. So, like everyone else has said, I used to kind of join a guild and and then leave, a few months later, but I haven't done that here. Grievance was really a good choice. You can almost tell when you've joined a good guild, and you don't want to leave. And 4 years later, I'm still here. So I don't plan on leaving. Y'all have to chase me off with a stick.
We're glad to have you.
Jar? You might move the mic down too.
I would hate for people to not be able to hear me.
I'm Jar, Jar. I'm the guild leader of Arcage right now. Been in Arcage, guild leader for a year. Grievance has been in Arcage for almost 2 years now. I don't know, I lost count after 12 years? I've been in Grievance. What is it, 12, 13 now? Chad?
Chad.
Good. What am I at, 13 years now?
Jeez, 12, 13.
12, 13 years.
Dirt.
Yeah.
Just dirt, right up there for dirt. Nah, you've been definitely 12, 13 years. Long time.
I've held all the positions. I've written a few ones. Written many charters. I've pretty much been there, done that with everything in Grievance. Started way back in EQ2 as a raid advisor. Just decided to join.
He is not.
What?
Not yet.
Totally
No,
sober.
no, I'm limiting myself
But he has
this
the
year.
horn ready.
Yeah, I got the horn. Nah, I figured I'd be sober for this meeting.
Memo?
Who?
Memo.
I am the clan leader for Diablo 3, and seriously, for the number of members here, if I could claim my Diablo people that are in every other single guild, I would have the most people here. But I can't do that, I've been told, so. I've been in Grievance 5+ years, a little over 5 years, I think. I came in, I got recruited in by Crawl. Ended up hanging out with Crawl and Jar quite a bit. I've been in multiple Twist looks sober too. Been a multiple guild leader for different Grievance guilds. Also council president. That's about it for me. Simple. Twist.
Twist, not for long. Mama Kate has you on her targets.
Oh God, what is she doing? I can't keep up with Mama Kate, man.
Busted.
First of all, I want to say shout out to all the Grievance that isn't here. I don't know why you're not here because you're missing out. I mean, this place is amazing, and the people that were planning on coming, miss you guys, Vadrana, Keo, Zafir, all you guys. Next year you got to come. Anyway, I'm Twistbeard for the people that don't know me. I've been in Grievance for going on 5 years. The man sitting next to me is actually who got me into Grievance.
You were Grins then.
I was Grins back then for the handful of people that might remember me as that. I lead Final Fantasy XIV, been leading it for almost 3 years now. Game's amazing. The rating is, yeah, the rating's a little rough, but got some great patches and stuff coming. It's a group of great people. We got a lot of them here today. I think we're competing with Scythe there on the other side. But I know a truckload of us are here today.
Good say.
And you'll make it here, Hermione, eventually.
I just got done with that, so I know what that's like.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. I voted for Dokek to be the Guild Leader Council representative, and I will be voting for him again for next year. And no, I don't have a beard.
You really pissed him off.
I'm gonna clean drinking after.
just hook them up with Mom Kate.
I know.
Hi guys, I'm Kai. I'm the guild leader for World of Warcraft Horde Division. I've been with Grievance, I just made my second year last week, on the 11th of August. Incidentally, I've also made my first year as guild leader, same round time.
Doing a great job too.
Thank you. I'm extremely blessed because I have a fabulous officer corps. They understand what my values are with the guild, and they do everything that they can to help support those values. I want to do a little shout out to Shifty. I think he might still be sleeping, but he's in the hospital right now.
Get better, Shifty.
Yes, he's hoping for a liver transplant. People keep asking, is there anything that we can do to help him? And his major request is, people, sign those donor cards. People need parts all over the world. And if you sign those donor cards, you know, that helps somebody, somewhere, you know. So, give the gift of life, you know, help those other people out. You know, nothing in the world is certain. So, you know, if you can, sign those donor cards. Anything else I can think of? Not a whole lot.
How long have you been in Grievance?
I thought I said that. I just made my second year. I just made my second year.
Imagine that, Memo not listening.
Hey, he's the president. He's allowed not to listen.
It's like,
We're gonna have, since Kata's not here,
Oh, Kata.
we're gonna have Sky sit in.
I was helping in the kitchen.
Kata.
Hey, at least she's here.
I don't want to hear a word from you,
Yeah,
Kata.
thanks, Lord.
She's here. You're not.
Hey, Kata, tell him what you told me.
I heard he's going to BlizzCon.
I heard he doesn't have an XO or an officer corps anymore.
What's new? I get demoted like 10 times a month. You know? We're used to
Oh,
it.
he's kicking you guys over the board
you're
for
here?
losing to
What?
You're here and he's not.
I wasn't part of it. Hey, I wasn't on the team last
No, it's
night.
because of the game.
Don't blame me.
Tell us.
I'm sorry, I wasn't here. What were we talking
How
about?
long have you been Grievance? What do you do for Grievance?
your game.
Your game.
All right. I have been with Grievance for 3 years. I actually did start out on the Horde side because there was not an alliance guild at the time.
I'll never demote you.
You're going to start one of us, aren't you? Listen.
Better not demote her, Kata, then you'd have to do some work.
Who's gonna? Zing!
That's right.
That's pretty good.
Who's gonna correct all your spelling errors? Seriously, I think that is my job. But
Well, if you don't want her, we'll bring her over to Neverwinter.
I was gonna bring him the aloe vera.
Canadians, what are you gonna do, right?
You're always welcome in Final Fantasy.
thank
we
you
spread
so
the
much.
work around.
See, feel the love. I get more love.
Do that.
You know.
Not run people out.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kat.
The best and only XO.
As well, you know what's funny is XO is executive officer, but it's funny because in TeamSpeak it says XO, and we had a new person come on, and they said XO. Oh, I thought you were the hugs and kisses officer. And I was like, what? So I guess I do a little bit of everything. I'm also honored to be able to do the newsletter for Grievance organization. So I've been resurrecting that, and we're going to have a new edition coming out in about 2-3 weeks. Also do the newsletter for the Alliance Guild, so it's a lot of fun getting the community to come together and do some contributions.
You're also currently on the council.
Yes, I'm also currently on the council for a few more days, so keep it busy. And what else? What was the last question? I'm sorry. What was the last question?
Oh, just how long you been here and what you
Did I
play.
get
and
it?
what
Okay. Yep, I think I covered it. Good. Done.
We have a newcomer.
Welcome.
Okay. I'm Nazareth.
the executive officer of Elder Scrolls Online. I have a really simple job because we have such a solid leadership board that we really don't have to do a whole lot. We all make our decisions together.
How long have you been with us?
I've been with Grievance for about 2 years now.
What did you play before ESO, or did you come in with us for ESO?
I actually came in with Rift.
With Rift?
With Rift. Rift
Keto brings a lot of people in.
Yeah.
It's pretty good about sorting them out so they flow into other games, which all our guild leaders, XOs, and everybody else should strive to do. And you got people that are fading out, point them in another direction.
Okay, yeah, I have to admit, Rift is definitely a solid group of people. I really love them there too. I should go down and visit them a little bit more.
I joined Grievance with Rift.
All right, so we have an award to give out. We do this every year for the guild leader that has the most members here.
Or clan.
Or clan.
Be either one.
But
not gonna be good.
So, you know, we've started this. We've got a individual plaque for the person to take home with them. And we also have a large plaque that gets their name put on it in the game that they play. This one's a hard one this year.
Oh.
So, the member or the guild leader that has the most members here this year, and it was close from what I hear, very, very close, goes to Lord Side.
Yeah, baby! I feel amazing how much pressure he had to try to get BDO recognized as a guild in time for this.
The big
Do you know how many times I was told by Steele, you've got to get this thing. We can't have someone winning it 2 years in a row.
we were out earlier talking too when we went out on a run, and he's like,
Well, I actually played
get
y'all
it.
against each other. I'd go in there and tell Twist, hey, they're catching up. They're catching up. And I'll go be honest, I actually thought Twist had it. And me and my son went in there and started counting all the names. We went through it 5 times to make sure. And BDO edged out Black Desert by like Black Desert edged out Final Fantasy by like 3 people.
Wow, that is cool.
And something else amazing is the top 4 guilds, there was only like a 10-person difference between number 1 and number 2. They were all within 2 or 3 of each other, you know, down the line. So good job, guys. Give y'all.
So, if you're not here, next year, come, support your guild leader.
Yes,
we take pride in this.
Got to win it 2 years in a row.
Because we have to listen to the Lord for the next year on this.
Next year, I'm living on this for a
Count it 5 times.
And this is going to be hard.
Twist, don't worry, that game will be gone and you'll be in another game by then anyway.
Yeah, I shot my game hawk.
So what was the breakdown?
I don't have the actual count.
I got the count at the house, but it was like difference between BDO and Final Fantasy was like 3 people. The next one in the line, believe it or not, was the Horde Guild.
What?
Yes, by about 4 people, and ESO fell right below them. I mean, it was.
All right, Hordes,
really
you know what you
surprising.
know how to do. You've been watching my FB. You know what you have to do.
Everybody
But
needs
let
to be
me
here.
tell you something here,
Everyone needs to be
okay?
here.
Generally, the guild that wins,
That's right, Hermione.
their guild leader shows up. It's true. If you look at the breakdown of the people that are here, if the guild leader, or at least a majority of their officer corps, goes to the get-together, they have people here. And I won't mention any guild, any specific guilds, but there are a few guilds here. One that's not represented at all, one that has 2 or 3 people, and I think there's another one not represented, and their leadership, for life reasons, of course, is not here. It's every year. Not these particular, but it's proven every year. If the leadership doesn't show up at the get-together, you're not going to win the shiny.
This is not what it's called, by the way.
Scary Bear!
Is that Scary Bear?
Yep.
Hey, Scary!
Bear.
Hey, brother, thank you for what you're doing, man. 9 months.
Thank you.
Gonna take you out and get you just cronked. Yeah.
Yes,
Everybody,
you are.
I don't know if you know,
Yes,
Scary
you
Bear is
are.
over in Kuwait right now.
Oh, did not know that.
Yes.
Be safe. And thank you. So, we've given away the shiny now.
All right, official stuff.
All the drama's over. Anything anybody wants to talk about? You know, we're here. Okay.
I'd like to talk about food
Okay.
and the importance of putting it in our faces.
So you're saying
Subtle.
we need to go eat?
We need to eat.
I think your
Sustenance.
leaders are about to riot.
I think so. And I think I need to listen to them. Anybody? Before we do though, does anybody have any questions? It's here. Anybody in Streamland? You have any questions for, your guild leader or any of us guild leaders?
Except Memo, he went to eat.
Yeah,
The president stepped out.
Yes,
He's a big wimp.
Chair. What was Diablo 3 clan is really represented here in the stable.
The only thing that's represented by now is the lonely can of beer.
Yeah.
You spelled there wrong, Kata.
Isn't Damon the leader of the Star Citizen Guild?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Technically, yes. Come back in, Damon.
Oh, Damon.
Come on in. Come on, sit down.
Yeah, nice try.
You do, hey, Damon, you do a lot for the organization in general. So, sit down, let's listen to, some things you have to say. Introduce yourself. Huh?
He has an empty plate. That's rude.
He's teasing you.
I was eating in the background there. There you go.
How long have you been with us? And kind of what you do. You do a stream, promote your stream.
I've been with Grievance for now about 4 years. Third get together I made, so I only missed the first one because I was so new to the organization. I didn't take the jump then. But I do have a very nice wife that lets me get out on my own and party here with everybody every year. And for Grievance, I've had the opportunity to see. I'm a gamer. We're all gamers. You got guild leaders representing and championing all their guilds here. I've had the pleasure of being a part of a number of guilds and games. And that's one great thing about Grievance. You can hop in, find a game that suits you, hop out, play another game. We talk about other games coming down the line. We do have constantly a call for streamers. Any guild, these guild leaders here would love for one of their members to do some streaming, to get with Wendell and get set up and maybe stream their games and entertain. Grievance has a Twitch channel. I still currently do Swords Drawn, Guns Loaded. I typically focus on action games. I will hop into any of these other games, MMOs, first-person shooters, as long as we get the action going. And I've been happy to join with other Grievance members, Grievance branches, to do some promotion there and enjoy their games. So, I think with any members or anybody else watching out there, even as far away as Kuwait, we got a great group of gamers here. We love to have it. Family, honor, loyalty. If you want to be part of that, this is a great group.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Hey, Scary Bear, come play Final Fantasy.
Anybody have any questions for the leadership? Floor's open.
What's the meaning of life? 42.
42.
Sky, what is the most challenging thing you have to do?
Work with Kata. No.
That just came out so natural.
They say the first
so
thing
easy.
that comes out of your mouth is true.
No, I am kidding. I think the hardest thing to do, as any leader, is when you have to deal with conflict, especially since we are dealing with it from from a distance. You know, you're not dealing, you can't see body language, you can't see or hear inflection necessarily if it's happening in text. You know, we do try to drive it to TeamSpeak so that we can have a little bit more of that flavor. But that's the biggest challenge, is dealing with that and making sure you're hearing both sides of the story, because it's often easy with emotions high to pick one side or the other prematurely. So I think that's probably the hardest job, leading groups of people.
Conflict is hard. You know, we, as guild leaders, we take pride in our members that, you know, play the game, and you know, we're all different, you know, come from different pasts in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and, you know, we relate differently sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, somebody may say something and it just, you don't think twice about it. But somebody else, it might mean something. And you know, it's hard to do. Where is, you know, it is hard to do. And sometimes you just get a side of the story. And you have to take your personal feelings out of it. You know, it's, you may like the person, but if they're bad for the game, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, if they're bad for your group. So, yeah, conflict's hard. It takes some digging sometimes.
Yeah, I actually have a person that's amazing here at the get-together that I removed from Final Fantasy. And that person is a functioning member of Grievance.
All right, I have a question.
Yes.
And I don't know if you want to answer as a group or answer it individually. What does grievance mean to you?
Well, let's just go around the table. You know, that's a good topic. Well, grievance, it's what our tenets are. It's family.
I was going to say family. It's definitely an outlet.
100%.
I mean, it's family.
Family and friends.
I mean, that's what we're all here for. Don't look behind you.
I mean, to me, grievance is home. You know, I am never going to switch to an outside guild. Any game that I play is going to be played with grievance. And as far as WoW goes, and WoW Cord, I'm sticking with grievance till the servers go dark. And every single one of my officer corps agrees with me on that. We have never been in an organization where there's so much support. I've been an officer in like 6 or 7 guilds before I landed in Grievance. Grievance was my last ditch. I said, if this doesn't work for me, I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm never going to play another MMO. I'll go back to single player. I'll play Super Mario Kart. You know, and then I joined Grievance, and it was an amazing organization. And I told the leadership I had no intention of ever being a leader again.
Oh well, can't win them all.
That worked so well for me.
Quick show of hands, who has actually wanted to be a leader at this table?
Oh.
I'm sick like that, I'm sorry. I am.
That would be me. Notice nobody's else's hands are raised. I just want to point that out.
That was always a red flag.
I didn't want to be an officer.
Yeah. No,
Twist?
I like the challenge.
What's grievance mean to you?
This is just water, people.
Danger, danger.
Water?
There you go.
Now he'll speak a little bit better.
That ain't
Loosen up the tongue.
You know what it is now?
Yeah.
Twist, you're so screwed.
No, that ain't happening again.
When Mama Kate gets you in her sights.
It's pretty strong.
He challenged me from afar.
All right, well, keep in mind you do have a family
I
meeting at 4:30.
So, Twist, what's grievance mean to you?
Definitely family. Definitely family. Memo, who just pretend this was still Memo. I've played games my whole life, and when I was a kid, I wanted to end up doing graphics and stuff. And as everybody is well aware, I ended up going into law enforcement. And before joining Grievance, I'd been doing it for about 4.5 years already, and you don't really realize how much that affects you in your home life, and you get depressed and the stuff you see. And when I joined Grievance, just having that outlet and not having to go out for it, go to a bar and get drunk, all it does is compound things and make it worse. When I joined Grievance, and I have my physical family as well, but you can only talk to some people so much, and you never really just sit down and say, hey, let's talk about this. It's always kind of just random. And Grievance was always there for me. And it's been, gaming has been a way to just kind of get out of this reality. Yeah, exactly. It's an outlet. And when you start to realize coming to this, and even not coming to this, just being with those people all the time, playing games, going through struggles, you know, having your successes and your failures, and just talking to each other. You don't realize how much outside life comes up in those conversations sometimes with everyone, and it builds this bond and allows for this outlet that I think actually signifies what family is. So I mean, obviously the you know, whole creed, but family absolutely is the cornerstone for me, because I mean, everybody here, I do anything for, just like I would, you know, my family at home. It's an extension of that for me, big time. It didn't take long before I was like, man, these people are amazing, and now my undying loyalty, you know, for my family, and the honor for it, of course. But definitely family.
Read the forum, Kata. It's at the bottom.
Family for me, when I first got into MMOs, I was always part of some family guilds. And back then it seemed to be you could only have one or the other. You could either be in a family guild or raiding guild. They never seemed to mix. And that was a hard thing for me, guild after guild. I always chose family guild over raiding guild, but I'm like, we can get there. We can get there. And we'd get close and our raiders would leave. You know? I've been looking for so long for guild that was a big blend of both. And I was happy to find that in Grievance. You know, so many chapters of Grievance you look at. We've got that family feel. We got team speak hopping every night. We have these huge gatherings where we get together and be able to match faces to the names and help each other out with cool name tags. If you were here this year,
They're cool.
And we also raid. I hear from so many guilds on the sense where they're raiding endgame bosses, or they've got organized. There's a lot of organization here and a lot of pulling together for this theme. So this, you know, I'm so glad I found Grievance. Is that family plus hitting all those goals you intend to hit in those games. Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Jar. What's Grievance mean to you?
You know, there's a lot of guilds out there that play multiple games. You play one game and then they play another game, and maybe they'll have something going on in both games, but the thing with Grievance for me is organization. I mean, the true definition of organization is being organized. Ain't nobody organized like us. There's just not that organization level out there. Like, we got so many different things going on. I don't think anybody else can keep up with it. You know, I'm not going to try and harp on what our other previous leaders have said, but yeah, it's organization for me.
Green, what's Grievance mean to you?
Well, I mean, a lot of the things that I feel about it have already been mentioned here. Mentioned well. It's a virtual family, good friends, people to talk to, even if you're not gaming at all. Yep. I mean, you just sit in the channel and talk with whoever you want to. I've been on some bad guilds that I would sit on a voice comm, and you know, and you'd be sitting in a channel. You knew the people in the channel, and you'd try to hop around and talk to other people, and they would say, "What are you doing in this channel?" And you know, that always just, I couldn't believe they even asked me that. We're all in the same guild, but you know, I would think that to myself, thinking, okay, I need to leave this guild. And Grievance has never, ever done that. I've hopped into channels and I'm talking about channels with 30, 40 people in it. The WoW guilds and the you know, some of these in SICE guild. You know, these channels got 30, 40, 50 people in it, and I can go in there and everyone says, "Hey, how you doing?"
And sometimes we spill over into other guilds.
And you know, I like the aspect of everyone can go into a channel and be greeted, you know, and not be trying, you know, and you don't have people saying, "Oh yeah, join our guild, join our guild." It's just, "Hey, how you doing?" You know. That's what really stuck to me. Was, you know, it's not just games.
For me, it's the power and the ability to take over the world. They've ever covered everything else, so I might as well get down to it. So when I become Overlord of Canada, remember, it started here.
When you become Overlord of Canada, can you please give Shifty his liver?
Aw.
It's really hard to expound on everything everybody said here already. It's family, it's the bonding, it's you just have to experience it. It's the only way you can really understand what everybody said here. Just come in, join us.
Well, you know, I'd said family earlier, and everybody else has elaborated, and I have not yet. You know, it really is family. You know, Memo and I are real life friends, and you know, the first get together, he's like, "Let's go to this thing. Let's go together and see what it is." You know, we didn't know what we were getting into. I mean, the gaming that we've done before, I mean, we just kind of gamed amongst ourselves, and you know, got into some guilds, but I mean, they don't do stuff like that. I mean, like what Grievance does. So, you know, we went down to the first one, and you know, I come home, I was all kinds of excited. It was cool. What a good time. Got to meet a lot of people that, you know, we talk to every day. Kind of like what you said. You know, it's an extension of our family. Yeah. You know, you talk about your problems, and you know, they come in the channel. Hey, how's your day? Well, not very good. You know, you want to bring them up. You know, raise their spirits. And you know, I've got members here that I met last year that were playing my game, Neverwinter, and now they've moved on to another game. But you know, as soon as they got here, they come up, shook your hand, gave you a hug, you know, said hello. I mean, it really is a big family. So if you're not here, get your butt here. Find a way. You know, this house is amazing. I know that they've showed some pictures of it, but until you experience it, you have no idea. And that's what Grievance does. You know, it's the organization, like you said. You know, it's the family. Food, you know, they've got food everywhere.
And what's cooler than, even if you've gamed with people for many years and you all sat on a voice chat and you never got to look at anybody's face, even though you said, yeah, I've known this guy for years, but you only knew him on a voice comm. And then you finally meet people face to face. It makes a huge difference. It's a completely different perspective. Especially when you sit back at your computer and you see those people's names again and you say, yeah, I met this guy, I met this guy. Met him face to face.
Well, you know, if you're out and you know people ask what you do, you know, and you talk about gaming, and you know, you said, oh, you just play games with people. No, this is a little bit more than playing games with people. I mean, we get together once a year and have a real life get together. You do what? People just have no comprehension of what this is. We went on a run earlier, and we went in this pool and patio store to get some chalk for the pool table. And there was 3 of us together. We all had our Grievance shirts on, our name tags on, and the guy behind the counter asked, what are you guys together?
Bye, Canada!
What are you guys doing here? Or something like that. And we got to talking, and the guy's father is a big-time gamer. He's got a brother, a big-time gamer. So I happen to have a Grievance card with me, and the guy a Grievance card. So, you know, we may be bringing in members.
That's exactly what happened to us today at Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah, we were in Starbucks. Myself, a couple others were in Starbucks, and then Wendell, I don't think he's in here right now, Wendell walks in, and then 2 other Grievance members walk in, and people noticed, and we were waiting for our drinks, and they walked up, hey, what is this? Explained Grievance to them, like, so you guys here for like a tournament? Like, no, actually, once a year we get together.
We have.
We recruited, some guy said, my dad might be interested in your guild.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just went on with that story.
Yeah. So we gave them the information, you know, and that might be more people that were interested, and it's kind of cool. And then driving here, we saw a car of 4 people all with the yellow shirts on. Like, hey, look, another carload of Grievance members. it's pretty cool.
Bye, Canada. Oops.
Anybody have any other questions? know a lot of people are hungry here.
I was about to ask, are you hungry?
Yes, we're hungry. And some people keep walking around with food, memo, and didn't bring us any.
Just enjoying watching.
Fries are ready, I'm being told.
Everybody's eating now. I
Yeah.
mean, we had a whole group of people behind us that slowly trickled away.
So let's go ahead and adjourn this meeting. I want to thank everybody that sat here. A couple of them didn't know that they were coming in.
I didn't know.
He's back.
But thanks for watching. And if you're not here, get here. If you got any questions, get a hold of your guild leader, Steelheart, other members. I guarantee you've got some members that are playing that either are at this get together or have been to one in the past.
Yeah.
And I bet that there are very few that have been to one in the past that are not here. We're looking at about 120 members showing up this year, is what I heard. Last year was somewhere around 70 or 80. Ooh. So, we've gone up considerably. So, thanks everybody. Let's go get something to eat.